Thanks for hanging out with me today. I wore my Batgirl glasses for you today. I do love them. So today I'm going to talk about just how do I review um, ideas and strategy in business planning. Remember, I am a business strategist. I'm a financial strategist, but I also wrote the prosperity business model. And we have had right, and we've been at this for a long time because I'm an old person that looks like a young person and that shows in my energy. That shows. But right, how are we going to take your business and make it work? And how do I do that? And what's the thought process behind that? And what does that mean in a business strategy? So one of the first things that happens is I give people this drawing of a house, and it's a house, and then it has four stable parts of the structure. So what is the roof of that house? The roof is really action implementation. That is what goes over everything that we do. When you hire a business strategist, especially a financial strategist, they're different than a coach. A coach is there to really work on you, your ideas, how you're going to do that. And what a business strategist is going to do is I'm going to really look for implementation. I'm looking at numbers, I'm looking at processes, I'm looking at the brass tacks of how your business works and how that works towards one outcome, and that is profitability. And I wrote the prosperity business model, so we want it to be a prosperous mindset. Now, remember, prosperity is the ability to magnify. So when we look at that as a business, it is also the ability to create trade. So when you are looking to build prosperity in someone's life, the first thing we're going to go to is your ability to trade. So when we look at that house, right, I'm looking at the fertile ground foundation of that is, right, the business's opportunity to be able to trade. So it must be able to do that. So the first place that I start always, the first corner of that structure is on safeguarding. And that is, I'm going to look at all the legal contracts. I'm going to look at how your business is set up. I'm going to look at how's your insurance? It's all the safeguarding. That's number one of where I'm looking at. Number two is the economics, because the prosperity business model is the three E's, right? Environment, efficiency, economics. So the economics of that is that, right, it's all of the cross structure, the costs. What does it cost to build? What does it cost to produce? How's your bookkeeping? How are we keeping score? When are we keeping score? What does that look like? And the economics of your business. Number three is the environment. How are you doing that? What are the systems that you have in place? Is it a safe environment? Is there trust in your environment? An environment, a lot of times we're going to start with language. How you describe where you are is a big deal. And is it a safe environment for your employees physically, financially, emotionally? That we live in an environment where our workplace has to be better, and you have, as a workplace provider, have to be better. So you can't not give benefits anymore and expect a world-class workforce. So you have to, if you want a world-class workforce, you have to deliver what a world-class workforce will work for. Because that idea of a hidden gem somewhere out there that'll just take it to the rain, because a magical rainmaker coming in, I haven't, they're really not there. So you have to be able to go, what's the environment that we're creating and how are we supporting people in that environment? And then efficiency. So efficiency is the fourth pillar of that. And that is really that ideas, it's infrastructure, it's how do we make things go and how does it work more efficiently and effectively. So when we are looking at the efficiency of a business, sometimes it is the length of time from the customer or client getting to know your business to when are you actually yielding a check. So making that system more efficient. So sometimes that is the systems that you're running, that's how you're processing money, that's how you're paying systems. There's a lot to that. So when you're hiring a business strategist, that's the first thing. I'm going to do is I'm going to look at those 4 pillars. We're going to look at it through the lens of prosperity, right? How are we going to create trade? We're building on that foundation. We've got these 4 pillars, and then we're going to put right over the top of that the action and implementation. And if you are hiring a strategist, we like to go. We like to go fast. We write lists. We get things done. We define targets and timelines, and it's ready to go. So if you are not ready to move like the Dickens, don't hire me. Don't hire me. Don't hire me, because I only know one speed, and that is let's go. Let's go. Because money only buys one thing. It's going to buy you some choices. And in prosperity, it's fun to make choices. It's fun to choose to pay your people better. It's fun to choose to have a better product. It's fun to choose lots of things in your business. So having a business that's more efficient, that we understand how it works and why it works and what it's doing, that's why you're hanging with me. So if you are someone that doesn't want a large task list of how to get to an executable target, you can continue on doing it the other way. But when you want the brass tacks, how is it working? What's going on? What is the outcome that we need? That's why I hire a strategist. And you need a strategist truly monthly. So how do you hire someone like me? It's 3 hours a month. That's the average for a business. Very few companies that I'm working with are under $1 million of revenue. So the people that really need a business strategist, a financial strategist, is somebody who already has this moving through. So if you're just starting out and you're not really yielding a lot, you're not going to find that investment comfortable. If you're someone that has to grow really quickly for a variety of reasons, okay, you're going to find that someone's helpful. But most businesses that are hiring me are over $1 million of revenue. My sweet spot is from 1 to 12 million. So those are the places where we see a lot of change. When I have someone who knows that they're growing really fast and they only have $250,000 of revenue, but know that they are going to be moving so rapidly that they are moving into $1 million status really quickly, I'll take that on. Because there's so many pieces that have to be realigned from a business model that's at 250,000. It has to reassess itself at 500, then it has to reassess it at 750, and then getting from $750,000 a year of annual revenue to 1.2 million, that stretch right there, that's the one that'll get you. So that is the most difficult one. If you are someone who has a planning practice, a law firm, any type of billing out, and you're getting stuck at a certain number, that's when you need a strategist. If you're just holding on because that's just the natural number that you're at, and you don't know why you're not moving, that's when you need a strategist. But you need to do it when you have an appetite for change. And when you have an appetite for change, it means that you're willing to let go. When you're in that spot, especially, so you'll get it there a couple of times. If you are moving from a business model, a financial, just a deliverable cycle to another deliverable cycle, you have to let go of the old ways in order to move to the new ways. And that is why strategy is super helpful, because we can just talk about it. We can walk you through it. That you will have to improve. You will have to let go of the other things that you thought were wisdom, and they were wisdom at that level, but you won't use them at the next level because they just don't work. They're just not efficient. The things that made you survive at these younger parts, while you may be attached to them, they just won't be efficient when you are bigger. So, it's just having a partner in that. And that is what having someone like me around is helpful for. It's helpful to be able to get through those little pieces, to identify them, and to go, okay, here's the next step. Because remember, the roof of that house for a strategist is action implementation. We are constantly looking at, right, what is the target? If any of you have used other strategies, that's what someone like me is going to be focused on. So that's what we do here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And, I'm wishing you good luck. And if you have questions, you can put them in there in the comment section, or you can just call us. I still answer my phone. It's amazing. All right. Bye.